Welcome to New Day Cleveland. I'm David Moss. Today is the New Day Cleveland Wedding Show, brought to you by The Aviator. And throughout the next hour, we'll show you some of the greatest places and services to plan your big day, from the food to dresses to decor and everything in between. And it all gets started right now. Well, are you ready for the biggest day of your life? It all starts at the venue, and you have to pick out the perfect one. And Kadar tells me it's the Aviator. Great to see you again.
That's right. Likewise. Great having you back.
I love coming back because when you come back, he says, are you going to have some of the great food that we make for the weddings and for all the big events?
That's right.
So where do we start with this?
Man, so we've got quite the spread for you today, David. So this is just a little sampling of some of the displays that we build for cocktail hours, for our events, weddings, entrees, and just over the top, lavish, a little bit of everything for everybody. That's what we like to say.
So I walk in the door and I didn't know which way to go. I come in the front door and there's to go to the left, go to the right. This venue is huge. How many people could you put in this place?
It is. This venue can take about 700 to 800 guests at one time. We got 4 event spaces, a restaurant, patio, and a rooftop bar.
So how do they all differ in personality? Because I imagine, everyone wants something that's special for them.
You got it, yeah, and that's really what we try to focus on. We have every couple's different. So we've got modern spaces, we've got more vintage spaces, a little bit more on the rustic side, so just something for everybody.
Something for everybody too. Go back to the food once again. I see this beautiful food here, like the appetizers are fantastic.
Right here we've got our crab stuffed mushrooms. Phenomenal appetizer, perfect for the seafood eaters. Pair that with a beautiful entree, dual entree, our filet mignon with a lobster tail over top of garlic mashed, topped with a lemon asparagus.
It's beautiful. I see this short rib over here.
That's right.
I think that's my favorite. And what's going on with this right here?
Those are our sesame chicken, topped with scallions.
Really nice. How many rooms can you use as your venue if you come here to the Aviator?
Yeah, so great question. So most of our couples will actually use a couple of spaces, especially in the nicer weather months in Cleveland. Definitely want to utilize outdoor patio access for cocktail hours and bourbon bars, cigar bars, late night snacks, you name it.
Okay, and making a plan. We talk about it being the most important day of your life. You want to make sure you have it in place. So how far out do you start your plan for your big day?
So, most couples are starting to look about 18 months out from the date. I'll tell you, Cleveland is very good at starting to find a venue as soon as they get engaged, which we love. Mm-hmm. So 18 months, 24 months, 12 months, you come find us and we'll get you a date.
I think I remember last time we talked too that you said, traditionally a lot of folks go for a Saturday, maybe even sometimes a Friday.
That's right.
But the idea of getting the right venue for the right party, the right size, the right price, could involve different days of the week.
It can, yeah. Something we're very proud of. We get very flexible with couples because every couple's got a different budget and we want to try to accommodate as best as we can. We do a lot of weddings on Thursday nights, which is totally off of the norm. We're just big believers in guests will remember a great experience. They usually don't remember the date of the event.
But I think what they will like most about that too is if you have your event on a Thursday, I think it ends up being a different price, doesn't it?
That's right. You save a little bit of money.
I'm always thinking about that. Okay, so we have the cocktail party, we've got the venue here, we've got a lot of space, a lot of people, plenty of parking. Everybody wants to be here. If they get shut out here, is there alternatives?
We do. So we've recently expanded since last time we talked. So we've taken over 2 new properties. The former Carrie Sereno's in North Royalton, which is now Via Roma, houses a beautiful 300-person ballroom and 120-person event space. And then the former Machad's property in Strongsville, which is now called Encore. So that's one of the largest event centers in Northeast Ohio. It's got 8 different spaces, over an acre of outdoor courtyard space, and all the goodies in between to make great events happen.
So just remember Aviator. Remember Aviator, you get all the information from Kadar, make the biggest day of your life a success.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One would argue that the wedding dress is the most integral part of the wedding day, and Miranda, I have a feeling you would agree.
Absolutely.
We are here at Miranda's Vintage Bridal in Tremont, right on West 14th Street. Your shop is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You have a passion for vintage.
I absolutely do.
Did this start from when you were a little girl?
It certainly did, yes.
And behind you have this beautiful array of vintage gowns. What is the oldest time period that you have them from?
So I have gowns dating back to the 1920s, but predominantly on the floor I have gowns from the 1930s, and they gradually get newer down the line to about the early 90s.
How are you bringing them into the store? Where are you finding them from?
Sure, I love to source them on my own, so I love to go antiquing, but I do get calls and emails daily from people in the Cleveland area who have gowns from their family they're looking to sell or sometimes donate.
What if they have something that was from their grandmother or their mother and they want to wear it, but they want to change something about it? Can you help them too?
Absolutely, yes. That is one of my specialties here.
So you will do all the alterations then as well?
Yes.
So you're a seamstress at heart?
Yes.
And wedding dresses, I don't think there's anything more complicated probably than putting together a wedding dress or redoing one. So
Absolutely.
you are spectacular in that sense. Now I want to go back to some of the dresses. I noticed one, this caught my eye on the display here on your floor. Is that vintage?
It is. It's just barely vintage, so it's on the verge of vintage. It's an early 2000s gown, Duchess silk by Reem Acra, and it was featured in Vogue.
You have a dress here that was featured in Vogue. Is this still up for grabs?
It is.
Oh, I hope by the time you see this, it's still up for grabs if you're interested in that. But so this looks more modern. So you do modern dresses as well?
Yes, yes. This is a gorgeous modern gown that's in the aesthetic of like an old Hollywood 1930s glam kind of style.
So I see you have the modern, but they all kind of resort back a little bit to more of a vintage feel when you look at them.
Vintage inspired.
Vintage inspired is a great way to put it. Yes. What are some of the trends that you're seeing right now with the vintage dresses?
So we're seeing a lot of trends. We do see a lot of kind of modern minimalist in that old Hollywood glam, but we also see very maximalist. So with a high neck, a long sleeve, lace details, pearls. One of the main details that we're seeing that's become very big is the basque waistline.
It's called a basque waistline? Okay.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
This is a very big trend.
Does that make you look very cinched at the waist?
It absolutely does.
That's the style I would want that.
Snatched.
But see, that's absolutely beautiful. Do you ever have someone come in and you love the dress as is, but they still want some alterations done to it?
Yes, it happens. Yeah.
And I'm sure as I'm looking through some of these, I can't imagine, you probably bond with some of these dresses. I'm sure they mean so much to you, and then when you have that bride come in and she falls in love with it equally the way you do, I can't imagine how great that feels.
It feels so great. It feels so special to be able to give such a gorgeous gown another chance to walk down the aisle. It feels incredible.
I saw some pictures over on the refrigerator there, and a lot of brides in their gowns. Are those all brides that you have worked with?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's some glowing reviews over there too of all the people that you've helped. And I really feel like you've helped to make that wedding day for so many extra special. How long have you been doing this?
I have been a bridal seamstress now for almost 20 years, and I've had my business since the beginning of 2012.
Wouldn't it be amazing when someday, because I know you will keep this up, you have someone who you did their dress for and then their daughter comes in?
Yes.
That hasn't happened yet, right?
It hasn't happened yet.
But
Not
I'm
yet.
sure it will.
It will one day, certainly.
It is. So how does the process work? Do we make an appointment with you, or can we just stop in and look at the dresses?
It is by appointment only, so you can call to schedule an appointment, or you can book an appointment directly online as well through the website.
So you can find the dress. She will be the seamstress of your dreams and help you if there's anything you need changed on it. I see you have the veils and all the other accessories here too.
Yes, one-stop shop. Lots of accessories, modern and vintage as well.
She has you covered. And you'll have me covered someday, right? When I come in? Okay, great.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for
It's
being with me.
my pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Miranda's Vintage Bridal.
After the break, the one-stop shop for all of your catering needs. Well, are you ready for beautiful flowers? We're going to start with a beautiful flower first. This is Lily.
Hi.
How you doing, Lily?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm standing in the middle of all kinds of crazy colors and beautiful plants. What do you call your business?
Faux Stems & Co.
Faux Stems & Co. So what's faux?
Faux are these beautiful flowers right here.
So look at these beautiful flowers, and these are the kind of flowers where you walk in and what do? You look at them and you...
Yeah, these are silk flowers, and these are real touch flowers.
So you want to touch them to see it. They look so good. Are they real or what?
I don't know, they're silky, they're silky.
They're
we
beautiful.
have real flowers, which stands for stems. We do real and silk, or we blend it together.
Okay, so we're talking about weddings, of course, but this starts way before the wedding. Like we're talking about maybe at the shower stage, right? People want flowers, so how do you help them?
They inbox me or follow me, and we come into the building, and we show them around the different flowers and prices that we have.
Okay, so you see these beautiful flowers. We got things for tables, we got all kinds of flowers, but you want to see some flowers, check this out. Can I stop here for a minute? It looks like I'm raining, flowers are raining over me, right?
Yes, those are all silk.
So where would you use this at a wedding?
A lot of tents. We have a lot of barn weddings and tent weddings, anything up in the air.
It's great.
Yeah,
Let's run into this color here. Do you see any colors that match your beautiful coral outfit?
Oh yes, we have this beautiful wildflower arch.
Look at this. Just sort of jump in the field of flowers, huh?
Yes, it's a rental company. We have from flower walls to arches, depending on the bride. We have a white arch, baby's breath, custom-made arches.
I like it.
Flower walls.
Hey, so what's this over here? Is this like a little bouquet that the bride would carry? Or
Yes,
bridesmaid?
this is a silk flower. This is handmade. I do boutonnieres, bridal flowers for the brides, and we also have a custom arch that I made.
So how often do you guide people into like what's hip now? I mean, you think you know what you want to do, but we walk and look at flowers, you probably go, oh my God, I can't figure it out.
Usually a lot of brides know what they want. They already tell me. If not, I'll guide them into what's the latest thing.
I thought they'd never know what they want until after they get married.
I tell them
then they put their foot down.
They change their colors 6 months later sometimes, and I'm totally fine with that. We do a mock trial for their tables and centerpieces. They'll come in and they do that with me, and we design it to make it comfortable.
You get all these crazy flowers. So me being a guy, what am I not thinking about here? So we got flowers at the church or we're at the venue, right?
It's the flower aisles and the arches. Normally they forget. And you can always move the centerpieces to the wedding table. So you can save money that way. Or we have different collections and packages. You can not just buy a centerpiece by itself or candles by itself or a huge collection.
So it's so beautiful that people have to touch to see if they're real. But what is real is money and how much money you spend on flowers. So how much of a difference is it to come to you versus having a florist do it?
I would say hundreds. A couple of people have like a collection, micro moldings could be like $850 for candles, something simple, garlands, to like $6,000 depending on what you're looking for. So I do blend flowers too to save the cost.
Yeah, so I wonder how often you have an opportunity or you have a need to help change the bride's mind about something and they discover something totally new.
Like I said, some brides change their mind in 6 months. I always tell them, I'll call you in a couple months later, you might have a totally different color palette.
Yeah.
And usually I try to confirm the order once that happens.
I bet you make a lot of friends doing this.
I do. I love to collab in Cleveland with planners, venues. Yeah, that's a whole, Cleveland's my home, so I like to
So we're talking about for the brides, we're talking about bridal showers. You could decorate somebody's home.
events, collaborations, parties.
All kinds of great stuff.
Restaurants.
Okay, let's see, which color is this?
It's going to be coral.
So what would look good with you?
Probably this color, the orange with the yellow.
I disagree. I think everything looks good
Oh,
with you.
thank you.
What's the name of the company?
Faux Stems & Co.
A beautiful flower. This is Lily. Check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you're planning the big day, there are so many different things that you need to worry about. Everything from the cake to the stationery, the flowers, the food, and more. And Bueller's, well, they have been around for almost 100 years, and they've been helping to make that special event memorable and one of a kind. I'm here with Elizabeth and Angie, and they are both catering extraordinaires here at Bueller's. And when you think about Bueller's, obviously you think about delicious, fresh food, oftentimes locally sourced, and maybe sometimes people don't realize you have been catering for quite some time. Everything from birthday parties to graduation parties, and then of course showers and weddings. So I want to kind of dig in, if you will, to the food behind us, because this is all stuff that is available here at Bueller's.
Yes, we're a one-stop shop. We can do bakery, beer, wine, liquor, stationery, and catering.
I mean, when you come to Bueller's, you know that you can get delicious cookies and cupcakes, but I did not realize that you also offer wedding cakes. So you have some extremely talented designers working for you also.
Not only that, but we still make our own cakes and frostings.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
That is incredible. So we see the cake, obviously, and then I want to talk about some of the trends that you're seeing brides kind of incorporate, because oftentimes the food is so important, but I remember being a bride myself, I don't even think I had a bite to eat on my wedding day, but you kind of have a solution for that.
Yes, please eat before your wedding.
So what are some of the things that you do offer?
So like we can do croissant sandwiches for that. The groom men's like sliders.
Okay.
Fresh fruits, salads, just enough to get you good energy to walk down that aisle.
Right, so I'm looking at all the options here, and again, when you think about showers, appetizers. When you think about the wedding, appetizers as well, but brunches. I want to kind of dig in also to some of the items that are on the table too, because when you think about the reception, that is just as important. And actually, Angie, I'm going to talk with you about this because
Yes, absolutely.
I see just such a nice assortment. So what are some of the different options that are available?
So we have our lemon rosemary chicken, and we have our grilled seasonal vegetables, which are very popular, and then our Gouda red skin potatoes, and then over there we have our Mediterranean salmon, which is very popular.
So you have different entrees, you have different salad
Yes,
options.
we do.
Fresh
we
rolls.
Do. We do.
I mean, really, there is just so much that you're able to offer. When a couple comes in, what does that process look like, and just how customizable is the menu?
It's very customizable, and we're very interested to know about your heritage and your culture, and we definitely ask about allergens. That's very big right now. And we have a consultation, and then we plan a tasting and a shopping trip.
Ooh, what is the shopping trip
Well, we
look
can
like?
do
That
all
sounds
we can
fun.
do all your rentals.
Really?
We can do chairs, we can do linens, we can do everything.
I'm being completely honest here.
Yes.
I did not realize Bueller's was able to take care, literally, I think everything but the wedding dress.
Everything.
Is that accurate?
Absolutely.
I mean, this is incredible. So,
Absolutely. We could do your cakes, your desserts, all your florals, and then it's a one-stop shop. You don't have to have 6, 7, 8 vendors. And it's all here.
it's easy, it's all here, it's fresh, it's customizable. Elizabeth and Angie, you guys are making this day, I'm sure, so special for the people that come in. So thank you for being an important part of their lives, and also just an important part of the Northeast Ohio community.
Thank you so much.
When we return, the place to go for that perfect wedding day glow.
It's no secret, every bride wants to look and feel her best on her wedding day. And I'm gonna let this secret out of the bag. You can come here to the Well and they will make you look like $1,000,000. I have Bahar with me.
Hello.
This is beautiful. We're just in their waiting room and this is stunning.
Thank you, thank you. We wanted a serene area for all women, including brides, to have a relaxing afternoon, morning.
I'm sure you get so many brides that come in here and
Yeah.
they want to have something minimal done or maybe something a little bit more done, just so that they feel like a bride, the bride they want to be on their wedding day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, we do. We get a lot of brides and we create packages for them. Depends on their timeline, depends on their budget and what they're willing to do. So if they have over 9 months, then there's body procedures that we focus on. If it's less than 6 months, it's really the face, neck, and skin health that we focus on.
So what are some of the things that we do focus on when it comes to the skin, the neck, areas like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm intrigued.
I think skin makes you glow, and the day of, that's almost more important than your dress, truly. So we do microneedling to promote collagen production. We address texture, we address tone, we address acne scarring, blemishes, we do injectables, we do different injectables have gotten very creative these days, so it's not your old school fillers and Botox. So again, it's really the bride's receptiveness to what she wants to do. We do have a less is more approach here, so we want to keep everything very natural. Just make you feel your best.
Love that. And I'm sure it's very customizable then too because of
100%, yeah, absolutely.
So you have some things going on back there. Could we go into some of the rooms
absolutely.
and get a
Let's
look
go.
at what they really do behind the scenes?
This is where all the facials happen. So as you see, Robin is starting to do a facial on our lovely Olivia. And here we get our pores cleaned, our skin cleaned, microneedling, cell turnover. We do a lot of our peels in here, and hydrocare. So just again, it's all about keeping the skin clean, keeping the pores clean, and causing cell turnover.
So you mentioned before the 6-month period. Yeah. Would we come and get several treatments during
Absolutely.
that 6 months to really see the full results?
Absolutely. So we alternate with facials, different kinds of facials. We do a hydrocare that really hydrates and plumps, and we do peels to remove the dead skin cells. So we alternate between them. We make sure we leave enough time so we see how you react to each one of those. So, and we're not doing them too close to the wedding.
What do we have going on here?
So this is our pearl laser, which is an ablative laser, and it is phenomenal for pigmentation, texture, and tone. Essentially, it's a mechanical peel, so we're sloughing off the first layer of the skin.
So what is Robin having done on her cheek there?
So she has a raised spot that she wants addressed, and we're doing that with this laser here.
What's the downtime with something like this?
3 to 5 days. So for the first couple of days, your skin's gonna look very red and very tight. We have post-procedure instructions that you go home with. By day 4, you start peeling. By day 5, that beautiful new skin starts coming through.
And the before and afters are just magical with this one.
Absolutely.
Do you have something for pores? That's
Yes.
the one thing I think, oh, the pores.
My favorite for pores is the Morpheus 8. It's a microneedling device with radiofrequency heat. It causes micro injuries and releases radiofrequency, so really promotes collagen production, addresses texture and tone in a different way, and you're left with airbrushed skin. We recommend doing 3 sessions though, and they minimize those pores so beautifully. Makeup goes on.
Oh, like perfection. You know what else I was thinking about? Hydration.
Yes.
Do you have things that will help with, because we want our skin to be plump and look magical?
You have to be healthy inside out for your skin to look great. So IV hydrations, I highly recommend doing them around the wedding, especially as it's approaching and it's getting very stressful. Great for detox and hydration. We also have an infrared sauna that's great for detox. Those are really great treatments to be doing right up until the wedding to ease the mind as well.
Well, again, we're here in Westlake at the Well. Follow them on social media as well. I hear you have an amazing following
at
there.
At the Well Westlake.
And if you want to schedule an appointment, just give them a call.
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
You'll be ready to go, looking fabulous on the big day.
Still ahead on the New Day Cleveland Wedding Show, cakes and treats that are sure to impress your guests. Via Roma sounds like a beautiful song, and it is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful bakery that's part of Aviator, and Emma, you're the baker for all of the venues, huh?
Pastry chef, but yes, all 3 venues.
Oh, okay, bakery, pastry chef, all kinds of things going on here. So I saw some chocolate things being cut over here, some little cakes, and I heard that was your entree to working here at Via Roma.
So that's the 17-layer torte. We call it 17 layers of love, but that definitely was. I made it for my tasting, and I think that just wowed them straight away. So I think that was a big reason why I got hired.
Yeah, when I first walked in here, I saw cutting them up in the wedges, and you got to torch them so they don't melt together and all that.
Correct. We use a surprising number of blow torches and machetes in the bakery.
Yeah. Okay, so we were over at Aviator and talking about wedding venues. So you put all the cakes together, pastries. Well, tell me what you guys do here.
So one of the things we're proudest of is we are a completely from scratch bakery. So all of our cakes are made 100% from scratch, no mixes, no pre-made fillings, no anything. Most places can't say that. But we do all of our wedding cakes, all of our mini pastries, all of our cookies, everything is 100% from scratch.
What's going on here with this?
So this is just one of our cakes that we're getting ready to send out. This is, the style is called vintage piping. It's really, really popular right now, so we're doing a lot of these. We've probably got 2 or 3 of these going out every week.
Okay, so we're talking about Aviator. You got the big weddings on Saturday. People have weddings on Fridays. They have them on Thursdays now, all kinds of things. You got 3 places going. How do you keep ahead of all of it?
We plan a lot.
Yeah, I bet. So you do all the little cookies and all that sort of thing too?
All the little cookies. Italian rainbow cookies are one of our biggest sellers right now, but we have different cookie packages that people can buy that have just different assortments, which makes it a little bit easier for people. Instead of having to kind of decide what they want, they can just look and say, oh, I want the classic favorites package, which has like chocolate chip and M&M and just kind of what you would expect.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for. So I mean, I imagine all those folks out there that are hopeful for their wedding and for their big day at the venues, that what to choose. Is there like a catalog to look at? How do you figure that out?
So we have a catering menu that's got everything is set up in different packages. So most people come in and they've kind of got an idea of what they like. I would say our classic favorites package is probably our most popular, but we've been selling a lot of like the Italian cookie package, but then we also have like an Italian pastries package that has tiramisu and cannoli and things like that. So
what was that big thing I saw rolling around in that oven that's almost 450 degrees?
So that was our homemade ciabatta. We also make all of our bread from scratch right here. We use sponges, so we've got a ton of flavor, and yeah, that was bread.
So it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What happens at Via Roma around 3 o'clock?
At the bakery, everyone leaves.
Everyone leaves. But the restaurant is open.
The restaurant does open.
So I was saying that's an early time of day. A lot of folks like to have that early dinner, so that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the restaurant's about to open, and then Saturdays and Sundays we open earlier than that for brunch. But yeah, you can come in every night, 7 days a week for dinner at 3 o'clock. And then Fridays and Saturdays we have live music.
Yeah. So I'm still amazed just watching these babies get cut up. It requires a torch. So why do you have to use a torch to do that?
Otherwise, when you go to cut down through them, because there's so much there, it just kind of presses and smooshes everything. So if you heat the knife up first, it goes through a little bit more cleanly.
So we got Aviator, we got Via Roma. One more venue?
Encore in Strongsville.
Encore. So you got 3 great choices. They're all beautiful. They're all sweet. And it's really great seeing you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Time to send out those invitations. The Paper Mill in Akron has you covered.
Paper Mill Studio is an invitation stationery and gift boutique in West Akron. We offer greeting cards, we offer off-the-shelf stationery. There's some stationery here we can customize as well. We have invitations that ranges from wedding invitations, baby showers, wedding showers, anniversary parties, birthday parties. And we have a wide selection here that we can customize in-house, but most of the time we custom design to each person's special event. The wedding invitation is really your guest's first indication about how your wedding day is going to be. I know some people say it's just paper, they throw it away, but it really doesn't. It's so much more than that. It is just the feel that you want your guests to have. You interject some of the colors and some fun and your personalities into the wedding day. And personally creating it, I usually give my brides quite a few different options because my creativity and my brain is just always thinking, and really wanting to give them something extra special. For wedding invitations, we do ask that people schedule an appointment because we like to spend about a good hour and a half with our clients and really get to know their vision for their day. We have booklets, we sit down on the couch here and we can go through, kind of talk through their event and also take out books, look at ideas and inspiration and really nail that down for them. For brides that don't have a clear vision, honestly, I can usually, after sitting with them, I can usually see it in my head a little bit and know certain terms that they talk about to help gear them in the right direction. Again, not everybody's visual, so showing a bride 2 or 3 options really helps her hone in on what she wants. Usually we'll do one maybe that's a little bit more floral, and then one that's a little bit more classic and simple and kind of see where they net out. We like to offer full service for all of our brides for wedding invitations. Some of our clients choose to assemble and put their suites together themselves, which is great if they want to sit around with their mom and their girlfriends and do that, but a majority of our clientele has us assemble for them. That includes stuffing and sealing the envelopes. For wedding invitations at Paper Mill Studio, we like to start working with our brides at least 6 months in advance. We understand that sometimes that's not possible, but for the most part, 6 months in advance is great. These days, we recommend mailing out your wedding invitations almost 12 weeks early, just due to some delays in the delivery processes, and just to ensure that they get out as soon as possible. Once we nail down everything for the wedding invitations and those go out, then we regroup and we talk about everything for day of, which includes wedding programs, lots of times, place cards, menu cards, specialty signage, cocktail drink of the day is very popular. We even do custom napkins with their pets on it or their logo for their wedding. Matches have become really popular again. Gosh, signage is a big one this year, especially large signage. We do have some mirrors for signage we rent out to our clients as well. Thank you notes. Always after the fact, we love to do even thank you notes with a beautiful photo from their wedding day on it, just to really capture a moment. And it's very nice because we get to follow a lot of our brides from this process into then a year or 2 later when there are babies. So we have a lot of lifelong clients here.
Once again, the Paper Mill is located in Akron, and you can visit them online to learn more. When we come back, tuxes and accessories for the men in your wedding party. Well, here we are at Rodinelli's Tuxedo Company. This is George. You've been here in business 75 years, or the company has been?
Company has been 75. I've been doing it for 40.
He's not that old. We're just saying that. Hey, and talk about not being that old. You know, I think about tuxedos, some clothes like this. I think about stodgy, being like cookie cutter and that kind of stuff. Well, you want something cool. How do you hook them up?
Well, it's all about just establishing what they're looking for. If they're looking for a pink suit, I have a pink suit. If they're looking for a lilac suit, I have a lilac suit. You know, or any other color. So, I mean, once they establish that color, we'll lay it all out for them.
So you got 5 locations, some great places to shop. All the guys come in here. How do they get fitted? How do they put it together?
Everybody's different. Everyone's shapes are different. So you got to come in. We try on. We'll try on a shirt. We'll try on a pair of pants. We'll make sure it's fitted properly, measuring wise. And then when they come in to pick it up, they try it all on again for the last fitting to make sure that if we have to do any adjustments, we'll do it at that time.
Yeah, I see you have a whole bunch of fitting rooms here. So when they come in, it's probably a good idea. Try it on.
Yep.
Try it on.
We urge everyone to.
And let's talk a little bit about value too, because this is one of those things you get maybe 7 people in a bridal party, all different incomes, that sort of thing. Maybe somebody's thinking about money and value.
We try to keep it as affordable as possible. We don't want a rental suit to be as high as a retail purchase. Our rental suits are only $160 complete head to toe.
That's really
good. And our
good.
Tuxedos go from they're $190 complete head to toe. Yeah.
With those kind of prices, how often does somebody like buy the tuxedo or buy the suit from you to keep?
Some do. And you know, it's a couple dollars more to purchase, not much more.
And trends change. I mean, I see things like green vest, buttons, bow tie, I see long ties, purple vests. What are the trends like now? They change all the time?
Back in the 90s, there wasn't a colored suit in the store. It was all black tuxedos. Now everything's changing back. You know, and I remember back in the 70s when there was much more colors, crushed velours and platins. They're all coming back with patterned lapels.
What do you like, bow ties or long ties? What do you
I'm
like?
a bow tie guy. For a tuxedo, I'm a bow tie guy. Suits, neckties.
How about cummerbunds?
Cummerbunds, I'm a cummerbund guy. Most younger generations don't know anything about a cummerbund. Yeah. So we try to educate.
I take a big one.
Oh, I don't think so.
Socks. You have socks?
Plenty of socks, different styles.
So what are we missing here? I mean, it looks like you got it all going on.
We have a little bit of everything.
How about destination weddings? Somebody's having a destination wedding, and we're going out there, and we have to all meet up and have the same thing. How do you hook that up?
Destination weddings, if they're coming into town, all they have to do is they can call in their measurements, they can go on our website, place the order on the website. Everything comes into the individual location. We get everything set up here. When they get into town, that's when they do their try-ons.
We talk about tailor-made suits, tailor-made deals. This sounds like it's a tailor-made deal for you. Like once you come in here and we're in George's hands at Rodinelli, we're going to come out the other side looking good.
We want to make sure you get a good look, a good fit, and a great price.
And you got a great staff here to help you out.
I believe so.
It's great, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They say diamonds last forever, and love is certainly always in the air here at Howard's Jewelry Center. I'm here with Hallie Rangers, the CEO. We're at the Bedford Heights location. Hello, Hallie.
Hello, we're glad you're here.
We are so excited to be here, and I have to tell you, I am eyeing so many of these beautiful pieces. And you know, the great thing about Howard's Jewelry Center, whether you're looking for an engagement ring, a wedding ring, bridal gifts, you have it all covered.
We do. We certainly try to, and we're constantly reinventing ourselves if we don't.
So I'm taking a look right now at some of these loose diamonds, and I'm looking at my ring right now and I'm saying, oh, I think it might be time for an upgrade.
Yeah, well, I mean, the beauty of lab-grown diamonds, and all of these are lab-grown diamonds here, is that they're bringing large center stones to everybody.
Is that something that you're seeing on trend right now? People are opting for some of these lab-grown diamonds so that they can invest in bigger pieces?
They are. I mean, of course, you're going to see some celebrities that are sporting a 5-carat large diamond, but the majority of what you're seeing in all of your TikToks and all of your rolls are large lab-grown center diamonds.
Wow, they are absolutely beautiful. And obviously, once you pick the perfect diamond, then you move on to the next step, which is the setting.
Right, it really brings you can come in, you can pick a diamond, you can pick a mounting, and feel you've had the full custom experience without having to start from scratch. You can certainly do that at our stores, but this cuts through some of that red tape and gets you right to what you really want to be doing.
Do you find when people are getting engaged, they end up stopping here first a couple of times just to kind of get a feel, or is it usually a complete surprise for the person who's getting married?
We see them both. I mean, quite frankly, couples are shopping together to pre-select. We're having a lot of people come in with pictures of what maybe their significant other has seen online that they like. Pictures are great. I love pictures because we can always recreate something for you, but there's usually some sense of research that's been done.
Now, if we take a look down this line, I'm looking at, are these some of the wedding rings as well? Or?
Right, so in bridal today, it's really what you want it to be. So you could do a matching wedding band for your engagement ring. You could do something that looks totally different. You could put a simple diamond engagement ring or even a solitaire diamond engagement ring into an enhancer like one of these where it's on either side. So really you can be as creative or as traditional as you'd like.
And I'm also looking at some of the colored stones. Now, are those diamonds?
Right, exactly. Good eye.
Is
They
that
are
right?
diamonds. They are diamonds. So lab-grown diamonds, what they're doing is people want something a little bit unique, and so they're bringing natural fancy color diamonds to lab grown, and they're growing them in these intense colors that are mimicking what you would find in nature. Maybe a little bit more intense in color, but those same hues you're gonna find in nature.
And do you find too, when people come in, are they looking for matching wedding rings, or again, is it just a matter of personal style?
Again, personal style. So a lot of times we'll have the lady that maybe wants something with diamonds, or we'll have the gentleman that maybe wants something plain, but you can also have the reverse. We have lots of gentlemen that want a diamond wedding band. So it's really, again, what suits the couple, what they want best.
All right, so after you take care of the couple, then we can't forget about the bridal party. What's the big trend that you're seeing in that area?
So custom.
Okay.
So again, for the bridal party, they want special bracelets that mark the day. You could even do at our store permanent jewelry with special charms. You have a bridal party come and you attach all those to yourself, and then it celebrates the occasion. But again, they want something that speaks to their specific wedding.
So beautiful. So many ways to make it personal. Again, how many different locations do you have?
So we have 3 stores. We're in our Bedford Heights location today. We also have a West Side store on Parma Heights, and we're inside Great Lakes Mall in Menor.
All right, all beautiful stuff. Thank you so much. I have my eye on a couple of the diamonds.
I love it.
Diamonds
You're in the right
are
place.
a girl's
That's
best
right.
friend, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
When we return, how to plan the honeymoon of your dreams. After the big day, you will want to escape and enjoy the perfect honeymoon. The team at Canary Travel, they can help.
Canary Travel specializes in all sorts of trips. We have your Caribbean and Mexico trips, Hawaii, cruises. Europe is a hot destination. Anywhere in the world you want to go, Dubai, if you want to go, we can send you there. For the perfect vacation, what we do is we get information. What are you looking to do? What are you looking to see? Is there any must-sees? Is there anything you really don't want to go to or see? And we kind of walk you through the booking process with a budget. Go through, find that perfect vacation for you. Once you're ready to go, we can go ahead and book it. Most, 95% of our vacations, we can offer a deposit and you can make payments up until final payment. Once you start working with us, we're not done with you until you actually get home and tell us you had a great vacation. We are an award-winning agency. We win a lot of awards for destination weddings, for honeymoons, for specialty travel, including Europe. Our agents are very educated and well-traveled, so most of us have been to the destinations that we are selling. So we're able to give you a little bit more guidance, education, and walk you through the tours, walk you through, the best air, the best transfers, where when you try to do it yourself, you really don't know what you're getting. We offer competitive pricing. We still give that luxury experience, but we do seek out the best value that we can find. We get exclusive pricing with a lot of our tour operators based on our status with them. We do a lot of destination weddings and we do a lot of honeymoons. We take classes on it, we do webinars on it, we find out who's offering the free weddings, so that's always a lot that people are looking for to save, is actually sometimes going out of the country to get married. As far as honeymoons go, again, we specialize in so many different destinations, especially those quote-unquote most wanted destinations for a honeymoon. So we can lead people, some people book a year out, and again, they can make payments through the process. We can update, we can add tours, we can add, private catamaran tours, private dinners. We can really add to that to make their honeymoon that extra special touch. The most popular honeymoon destinations right now, believe it or not, is Europe. Always got that Italy, Greece, the Instagrammable photos. They don't even know where it is and they call us to ask us and see if we can send them there. You have the Caribbean, you have Mexico and Hawaii. Those are our big honeymoon destinations. What a travel agent does, instead of you going online and looking at little pictures that could be photoshopped, what we do is send you copies of the resorts, send you pictures of the resorts, go through and tell you exactly what you're gonna get. We get excited actually selling travel. That's why we've been doing it for so long. Everybody in the office has been doing it for years. So we get excited selling it. We can't wait for them to go. We make that pre-travel phone call, making sure everything's good to go. We send them an email while they're there, letting them know that we're here for them if they need anything, or if they just want to send pictures. We just want them to have the best honeymoon possible. When we get that phone call or that review online saying that it was the best thing they could have done, that makes us satisfied. That's when we know we've done our job and we've made people happy.
JK Gift Shop is the invention and brainchild of my sister and mine. I'm the K of JK, Julie's the J. We were very original in our naming, but it fit the bill. I would say our store is pretty eclectic. We have a good mix of a little bit of everything. We do gifts for new homes, for friends, for guys, for baby, for yourself, a little bit of fashion. But we try to keep it really open, a lot of variety, so anything you might be looking for you can find here. We have a lot of different variety of not your normal wedding and bridesmaid gifts. We have a Nora Fleming line, which is kind of the gift that keeps on giving. So it's not necessarily those old school silver platters and tableware that nobody uses anymore. We try to carry a variety of things that the bride and or the bridesmaids or whomever is in the wedding party is going to use over and over and over again, and it's not one and put it in the cupboard. Mr. and Mrs. is really big. We've got lots of different varieties of wedding items that have Mr. and Mrs. on them. It's your updated monogram. We've got some pillows, some great serving platters, really cute photo frames. Everybody needs a photo frame of their wedding. I think think the best reason to shop either Medina or Worcester is that it's a destination with so many other things. Like we can come to the gift shop, you can get a whole bunch of different things, but you can also do another experience next door at a sister shop, at a restaurant. It's a whole outing, and it kind of combines, you know, start at JK, get all your fun in, and then go for lunch, or come with your family on a Saturday and hang out in the park, or come for a concert late on a Thursday night during summer concerts. So there's so many different things, and we're kind of in the middle of it all, and I think that's why starting at JK or ending at JK, even in between, would be great. There's so many different people that we can touch and that we can bring something to. It's just fun to find unusual, cool things and be able to change those constantly. It's always something new. We're always looking for something fresh.
Well, that's it. That's all the time we have for today's wedding show, and we hope we gave you some great ideas for planning your big day. And of course, we want to thank the Aviator for having us today and showing us what they have to offer. And for a full list of all the places we showed you today, just go to fox8.com/NewDayCleveland. For Natalie Herbeck, I'm David Moss, and we'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.